Forget about all those TikToks telling you this is right, this is wrong. Truth is, probably none of these techniques are wrong. They're just not suitable for that specific face shape. So I want to show you how you can enhance your own features using your own technique. That's why I want to talk about face sculpting. I want you to think about your bone structure. This is going to sound silly, but literally touch your face, feel your bones, and literally get familiar with them. Check your cheekbones, your eye socket, jawline. I mean, I know it looks ridiculous to be just touching your face like that. Now, to enhance those features, we're going to think about lights and shadows. The lights are going to be the highlights of your face. This will give an illusion that it's coming forward. Shadows on the other side will give the illusion of going backwards, giving depth and contrast to the face. We're going to do highlighting and contouring for this. So let me show you how I do it on myself as an example. I'm going to apply a thin layer of a skin tint first, just to have an even skin tone. I probably say this on every video, but I've been obsessed with this one. It's been my favorite for the past I don't know how many months. For this, we're going to use a concealer that's slightly lighter than our skin tone to be able to do that highlighting. Usually this will be the parts that people would like to highlight, right? Like the under eye, center of the forehead, nose, chin, side of the nose maybe. Now, depending on your face shape, you might want to highlight some things and you might want to hide others. You might want to make the illusion of a wider jawline or a more narrow jawline, lifted cheekbones, maybe a smaller or a bigger forehead. For example, in my case, the lower part of my face is slightly wider than the upper one. To create harmony between my features, I won't highlight the jawline. You might see many people highlighting just under the cheekbone here, but I will probably skip that just to make it more narrow, or to make the illusion that it's more narrow. So instead, I would extend this part so it looks like this part is as wide as the lower part. And this way I create harmony between my features. If your face features are not like this, you will have to do some other things, but I want you to understand what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do so you can apply it on yourself. If in your case it's the opposite thing, like if you have a very narrow jawline, maybe you want to actually add that highlight here to make it look fuller. Hope you are understanding what I'm trying to explain here. Something similar happens with the shadows. Let me explain this to you and then we'll blend everything. For this, we want to use a contour shade, which is like a very cool tone bronzer. A bronzer is a very warm tone and a contour it's a very cool tone, almost like a gray tone. This shade would mimic the natural shadows that appear in our face, so we're able to make them more noticeable and enhance them a little bit without looking very fake, if you know what I mean. I have this shade, I think it's quite perfect. You see it's very grayish, but a small amount of this is going to be just perfect. This is the part where I want you to think about, do you want to hide a little bit, move it a little bit backwards so it's not that noticeable? That makes sense. Usually on contour tutorials you'll see people doing contour here below the cheekbone, like here in the jawline, here on the sides of the nose, etc. I want you to think if that's actually working for you and for your face shape. I'm not saying that those placements are wrong, not at all. Like if they work for you, that's perfect. For my face shape, for example, I'm gonna place a tiny little bit just below my cheekbone, but especially just here. As I said, I have this part a little bit wider, so I want to give it a little bit of shadow in this side so it makes it more narrow. I'm also going to avoid the forehead because I have like a smaller-ish forehead. I don't want to make it smaller, but if you actually have a bigger forehead, you can place some contour around your forehead and that's going to make it a little bit smaller. I just want to make it a little bit bigger. That's why I put the highlighting here. Let's blend this and see how it looks. So to blend the contour, I'm gonna use a very precise brush. This is the Morphe Pro V102, and this will allow me to focus the product where I applied it and not move it around that much. See that I'm actually blending upwards because my face shape doesn't suit a super long shadow here, and you can probably already see the difference. For this one here, I'm going to blend downwards and a tiny little bit inwards here, so I can create that illusion that my jawline it's softer and more narrow. Hope you can see that. Let's blend the concealer as well now. Hope you can see the difference a little bit, but face sculpting doesn't stop just with the face. Have to include the eyes as well. We will also use lights and shadows for this, except I don't like using the same products that we use on the face. The eyes have a lot more movement and it's very easy for the products to build up in the folds. I'm going to be using the new If You Know You Know eyeshadow stick from Wonderskin, who are sponsoring this portion of the video, and I'm really excited to show you. They are particularly perfect for this technique because they are super long lasting and smudge proof, up to 20-hour wear. They have a cool touch aqua fusion technology, which means 40% of the formula is water, so it glides on the skin so smoothly, leaving a high pigmented micro layer that feels super lightweight. And of course they're cruelty free and vegan. Okay, let's do this. The easiest way to sculpt your eyes doing soft smoky eye, and I know a smoky eye sounds intimidating, but please trust me on this one. I'm going to be using shade Ash for this, and I'm going to apply it roughly all over the eyelid and extend it a tiny bit outwards. Then right away, using a dense but fluffy small brush like this one, I'm going to blend that out following that shade. There's no need to be super precise with it, since as you can see it blends out so effortlessly. Then it actually all depends on you. If you want a softer finishing of the eye, you can leave it like that, but if you actually want a bit more intensity, these eyeshadows are super buildable, so just add a little bit more and blend again, which is literally what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little bit on the lower lash line as well, just to give it the right definition. Look how well that blended, like it's insane. I'm going to do the other eye really quickly, stand up a little bit, and then blend out right away. The way these eyeshadows feel, it's something that I've actually never seen before. They feel cooling, like it has a cooling sensation and it feels amazing. It feels so good. I don't know. It's definitely something that I didn't know I needed until I tried this. Like, to finish off with the eye, I'm going to add a few points of light on the most prominent parts of the eyes to give it some more dimension. So for that, I'm going to be using shade Champagne, and I'm going to apply it here on the eyelid, here in the brow bone. Oh wow. And lastly, I'm going to add a little bit in the inner corner and bring that up a tiny little bit. I love applying a little bit of highlight on the inner corner. It's already a little bit hidden, so by highlighting that, we bring it forward and it opens up the eye so much. I just love it. Let me do this on this side. Let me zoom you in. And just like that, we did the quickest and most effortless smoky eye that will sculpt your eyes in under a minute. In case you want to check the If You Know You Know eyeshadow sticks, I will leave them linked in the description below. And I suggest you run because they are newly launched and they were probably sold out really quickly. Okay, to finish off this face, it's all sculpted, it's all good to go. We're going to add maybe a tiny little bit of bronzer and blush. I'm not going to go in depth with this right now. You have lots of tutorials in my channel regarding bronzing and application methods, how to actually apply your makeup, how to elevate your makeup, etc. Let's just finish this very quickly. Let me add some blush, some mascara, cool tone lip liner. This is my all-time favorite, and this Cacao from Makeup Forever. I want a very harsh line though, so I'm going to smudge that up. And I think I'm just going to add some clear gloss. And that's it. I hope you like these tips. I hope you understand your face shape a little bit more, how to work with it. But if you have any questions, just let me know below. And as always, everything that I use will be in the description. Don't forget to check the If You Know You Know eyeshadow sticks. If you want to see more videos like this, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe so I can continue giving you all the tips and tricks that I have. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.